Well, the first thing that most supporters want to know is where am I going next? So I'll tell you that first. That's going to be Vermont in April. I'm going with some of my team members to Vermont for a preparation retreat for a mission trip that's going to happen later this year. And then in May, I'm joining a team for mineral wells in Granbury, Texas. And you can join me, especially if you live in North Texas. Come with me. We're going to work with churches in Granbury and mineral wells to share the gospel with people in their community. Many of those will be arranged home visits. Some of them will probably be door knocking, talking to people at parks, cafes, laundromats, things like that. We've done it before with some of the churches in Glen Rose, and it was phenomenal. So we're doing that again this year. If you want to go on a mission trip just for evangelism and you've never done it before, or if you just want to practice sharing your faith, or you feel called to missions and you're just kind of trying to figure out what the Lord wants you to do in that arena, this is a great first step. If this is something you do all the time, of course you're welcome to come. We need all the help we can get. This will be a much shorter and cheaper trip than going overseas, of course. So let me know if you want to go and I'll get you connected. You can also join me to share Jesus in Dallas in June. We're working with a bunch of Hispanic churches to do Hispanic outreach. If you speak Spanish, we really, really need you. If you don't, we'll have translators available. So come along. If you can go for one day or multiple days, just let me know and we'll go together. You might have heard that I'm also taking a team much further away than the United States, back to the Arabian Gulf, where I was on my last trip, with a very similar partnership, but a different country. And we're going to be working with migrant workers and house churches, going and sharing the good news and hope, you know what I mean, with Muslims and Hindus. And you don't want to miss it. I promise you it'll be a life-changing, exclusive opportunity. What other organization takes everyday believers to the Middle East to do this kind of thing? I'm just telling you, you want to be there. If you want to see the book of Acts come alive, that's where it's going on. Like, if you have the slimmest interest whatsoever in being one of the 12 more Americans that I need for this partnership, go ahead and apply or contact me. I'll tell you all about it. So in my day-to-day lately, I've been focusing on backlog projects, backlog video projects, footage that I've shot, interviews that I've taken overseas, and editing those into stories to share on YouTube. And so if you like stories of how God is working in the world to transform hearts and lives and whole communities, go check out our YouTube. I'm really trying to grow our YouTube channel because that helps us reach more people with these stories that glorify God and connect people who want to go with opportunities to go. There's a lot of people who are really passionate about the nations, passionate about missions, but they don't know that they can go and be a part of it. So that's part of what we want to do with our YouTube channel, is just let people know that God is changing lives through ordinary believers, through ordinary people that just go and say yes and give the reason for the hope that's in them. Another recent project is that I've created a travel Instagram account just dedicated to travel. The whole premise of the channel is to present the world as it is. All of the little mundane and beautiful things that I observe in everyday life all around the world. I just want to showcase that, showcase other people's lives, how they're similar and different. Honestly, just little things that I've seen that amuse me. And I'll let you in on a little secret. My ulterior motive for that Instagram account is to have something established filled with kind of more secular content, so that when I'm in a creative access place like the Middle East and people ask me what I do with my photography and video, I have something to show them that's not so overtly ministry related. Let the reader understand. And so if you'd go and follow that and just kind of build up a base of content and followers so that it kind of looks legitimate, that would really help me when I'm doing things like that. All right, here's some family updates. Kim and I are very involved in leadership with our student ministry, couple of our kids are involved in student ministry, so we love being a part of that and seeing what's going on, learning who their friends are, all that kind of thing. That's an advantage. One exciting thing about that is that our church is very involved in local missions and beyond. And so there's a lot of opportunities for the kids to get involved in service projects and missions. And so we're going to be doing some of that as well coming up here soon. Our family is still walking through grief, multiple layers of grief. We found it really valuable to go through Grief Share, Kim and I, and that was wonderful. And we've also found some resources, some counseling resources to help our whole family, and I'm really, really grateful for that. A couple of our kids are still in the dyslexia program, and that is really, really awesome. It means driving the kids to Dallas 4 days a week, but it's been totally worth it. We've seen huge, huge progress, and I'm really grateful for that too. Aside from International Commission, I have a friend in Haiti named Caleb. We'll have lots of friends in Haiti, but a friend that I've been working with over the past couple of years that I met in 2010. Caleb is a pastor in Jacmel, Haiti, and he also has a school called Angel School where he educates right now about 25 students, pre-K through first grade, and there's an urgent need to build another classroom and get the teachers as those kids age up and move up in their education. And so Caleb needs to raise about $7,000 this year to get that done. If you have any interest in doing that, or you know someone who wants to invest in education in Haiti, let me know. Get us connected. I'd love to talk to them. Caleb and I also have been talking about sustainability projects, things that we do need Americans to invest in so that Angel Ministry won't be dependent on international funds anymore, or not so much. Like a water filtration system that he's ready to buy. He just needs $2,000 for that. And then a well. That way they don't have to buy water. They can save that expense. And in fact, they'll actually be able to sell water and create revenue. Another sustainability project like that would be a chicken farm where they can sell the eggs and the meat. Another one would be generating solar power that they can share with the neighborhood. Caleb's got a bunch of ideas like this. One of them is a fuel station. Honestly, I don't know how that would work, but when we get closer to that, I'll share those details with you. As always, there are always opportunities to sponsor kids' education, sponsor the salaries of teachers, pay for the feeding program that feeds the kids. That's all in partnership with Restore Haiti. They've gone and evaluated Caleb's program, and you can give funds through their channel, through their nonprofit. And Caleb runs his own program. He's the director of it all, but we're partnered with Restore Haiti. We have a special page for Angel Ministry where you can see all the breakdown of things that you can support. As for my personal ministry support, that pays my salary and supports my family. Praise the Lord, we're in a sustainable place because of special gifts that have come in at the end of the year. And even after that, thank you for your generosity and your investment. I still have the goal of raising another $535 a month through recurring giving so that we can make up our whole salary month to month without the risk of falling short again if the reserve dries up. That also would be enough to increase my take-home pay by a couple $100 a month, which would be really helpful because we've been living with the same take-home pay for several years and haven't been able to account for inflation or growing kids or just the cost of living going up. So it would be really helpful. So if you would please pray for that, or if you know someone who you think would want to support a missionary in this way, give me an introduction. I'd love to talk to them. But most of all, I want to thank you for your ongoing support and to pray for that. Let me know if you want to go on a mission trip with me, if you want to support someone else who's going on my team, if you want to support projects with Caleb in Haiti, or if there's anything that we can be praying about for you.